Welcome to Screams from the Center, where I hope to provide information on topics I find interesting and give my take on them. On this episode, we talk about Justice Antonin Scalia's death. I go over the conspiracy and the reality of the political situation. So stay tuned. Was Scalia killed? The local authorities did an initial investigation and found no signs of entry, struggle, or any sign of foul play. So it was ruled as death by natural causes. That ruling came by way of Judge Cinderella Guevara. She is an elected judge. She is a religious conservative, and there's no reason to really suspect that she partook in any kind of conspiracy to cover up Scalia's murder. She said the investigators found no signs of foul play or struggle. She added that Scalia's personal physician believed that the death was due to natural causes. But a pillow was found over his head. Isn't that suspicious? Well, no. The ranch owner, John Poindexter, tried to clarify this comment by telling CBS This Morning on Sunday that Scalia had a pillow over his head and not over his face, as it had been reported previously. The pillow was resting against the headboard, so it just flopped over onto his head. Maybe he was sitting up at one point and then just scooted down, or died and scooted down. But it was not over his face. Again, I reiterate that the investigators found no sign of forced entry, no sign of struggle, no sign of foul play. Nothing was out of place, and Scalia's personal physician believed that the death was due to natural causes. But should we not do an autopsy? The short answer was there's no cause to do so, and that the family signed a waiver requesting that no autopsy be provided. So unless there is a reason to suspect that the investigators did not do their job or that the judge's ruling was invalid, then there's no legal reason to do an autopsy. Sometimes people die. Now, I iterate that the Scalia family requested that no autopsy be performed. So you conspiracy people out there, take it up with Scalia's family. They're the ones blocking this. So unless a justice or the Scalia's family or any kind of investigator that has legal authority to do so orders this to be performed, then the medical examiner will not perform the autopsy. But if that medical examiner is so ordered, they would do it at the funeral home. So that puts to rest the case, unless you're going to bring the Scalia family into the conspiracy. Didn't Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell from Kentucky call for an autopsy? Well, as far as I could find, no senator in the U.S. Senate has called for an autopsy of Scalia. But specifically, I went to his official website, his Twitter, his Facebook, his YouTube, press releases, appearances over the last few days, and I can find no record of Senator Mitch McConnell asking or demanding an autopsy of Justice Scalia. So this simply does not exist. There were some claims that he appeared on C-SPAN and said it, that he said it on the Senate floor, but again, I can't find any record. If you find the link, put it in the comments below. I'd love to see it. Otherwise, we're moving on. But should we not get all the facts? On the surface, yes, but the thing that you've got to remember in saying should we not get all the facts is that there was an investigation done. The investigation found no cause, and the family had no suspicion of any kind of foul play. So nobody is requesting a deeper investigation into this that were directly on scene or related to Scalia. So again, your beef is with El Paso County and Justice Scalia's family. Conspiracy speculators, all they're doing right now is trying to pressure any lawmaker or anybody with any kind of credentials into acknowledging them and forcing them to make calls for an autopsy that there is no reasonable there to question. There's nothing there. Well, if there's nothing to hide, then do the autopsy and be done with it, right? Well, that's not how our laws and system works. But if you can show the benefit of having an autopsy done against the will of the family and against the conclusion of the investigation, again, present your evidence below. I'm waiting. There's a comment section. I leave it open. Go for it. Let me know why there is a reason to go against the family's wishes. I'd love to hear it. It will cause a delay in the replacement vote. Now, here's the crux of the issue and why I think these conspiracy creators, and I don't use the word theorist because that sullies the word, but this is, I believe, why conspiracy creators are doing this. Right now, Mitch McConnell is looking for every loophole in the book to delay having to vote on Scalia's replacement by President Obama. This would save him from the embarrassment of dragging out for nearly 300 days, no vote and no hearings on an appointee. The reason why you would delay a vote is because you're playing partisan politics. You're delaying a vote. You don't want it to happen. That's called obstructionism. And this is what Mitch McConnell is going to do. This is what he did when he was in the minority. That's why they filibustered every nominee. There was some cases where there was no question of their ability and they had previously been confirmed by the Senate within a few years by overwhelming majorities. So this is plain obstructionism that Mitch McConnell's playing. But this is an opportunity for him to get out from under that thumbnail and still not have a vote. Because right now, if he votes to confirm, then Obama wins. And if they vote down any of his picks, even a pick like this one justice who was confirmed by the Senate 3 years ago, 97-0, if they turn him down, basically vote down a majority, then the press and the people will ask why. So he's stuck in a hard place here. He either has to obstruct to try and delay the vote, or he has to vote and risk either letting Obama win and getting this confirmation, or turning down a qualified candidate because of politics. So what this comes down to, and this is how I think it'll eventually play out. I think that Mitch McConnell is eventually, either Mitch McConnell or someone in the House of Representatives, are going to call for some sort of investigation. And they're going to use the power of Congress to do so. The call will end up being, we can't put up an appointment until the full investigation is over, thus saving face for the Republicans by avoiding the label obstructionist. Then someone like Trey Gowdy will open up that congressional investigation into Scalia if that initial autopsy doesn't show anything or is over too quickly. And of course, we can't confirm anybody while the congressional committee is actually considering what's going on. So that will put confirmation of a candidate on hold. Again, saving face for the Republicans. It means that they can get out from not having to confirm a qualified replacement and not look like they're either playing politics or obstructing. So that leaves us, of course, with one thing. The conspiracy creators won't settle for an answer. The conspiracy creators making these calls will not be satisfied with any answer but Obama had Scalia killed. They'll continue to spin the conspiracy deeper. If the autopsy doesn't show any sign of foul play or any sign of murder or struggle or any circumstance, then they'll either say that the examiner is biased, was paid off, or threatened by Obama, thus drilling in that conspiracy deeper and deeper. As long as anyone cares about what happened to Antonin Scalia, these conspiracy people will continue to wave a deeper and deeper, or they'll continue to dig a deeper and deeper hole. You just can't stop conspiracies because when you debunk a conspiracy, you are part of it. So I'm glad to be on aboard the Antonin Scalia was killed conspiracy. Thank you for joining me in this episode of Screams from the Center. Please leave comments below. Please leave your proof below and tell me how I can improve. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. My blog is at screamsfromthecenter.wordpress.com. I'm on Twitter at ScreamsFTCenter and at DM Lamont. And on Facebook, Screams from the Center. Thank you.